I'm not like always a very big fan of like a completely like a commercial masala kind of a film, but I always got inspired from filmmakers like say Mani Ratnam sir. Like he has made extraordinary big budget commercial films, but the films with superb writing, very intense staging, and
So we have with us one of India's, and I'm not exaggerating because he's in interview, one of India's best modern filmmakers, one of my personal favorites, Karthik Subbaraj. Welcome to Tellychakkar. It's an honor speaking to you at IFI. Karthik, I'm a huge fan of his movies, of your movies, many are. You have worked with Rajinikanth, Dhanush, Vijay Sethupathi, Bobby Seema. Now you're working with Surya. You work with all these great actors. As a young director who started out, you still look very young as a director. Is it difficult to manage these big actors on set, these big personalities? How do you do it?
it is not at all difficult for me because when I started making film, I never thought because I'm a huge Talaivar fanatic. Like I'm really like a huge fan of Talaivar right from my childhood. So my entire wish was like to show my film to Rajini sir, and then getting a feedback from him would have been sufficient for me. But then I never imagined or never even dreamt of like me directing it. But then it happened, so it's like a great dream come true moment. And but when I work with him, I mean it's two different things. Right? Like when you are going as a director, what I see there is it's a great actor there, because they are being whatever stars you mentioned, they are all stars because they are all good actors. They are all good performers. So working with the good performers is always like a treat for directors. So I never felt it as a pressure or anything like that. I always enjoy that process.
They said at Jigarthanda you wanted to make as your first movie, but then there was probably some funding issues, and then you went for another lower budget film, Pizza. How has the journey been from a filmmaker who had difficulty securing funding to a filmmaker where everybody wants to give money and tell, go make my movie?
No, I think I'm so thankful to God and the whole team, whoever, for all my films who have worked, all the actors, the entire thing, because it's all like a collective effort. And especially the audience, because for liking the film and making those films as a hit one, so that the journey I'm able to continue, like I'm able to think and write whatever I feel I can bring it on paper and then transfer it onto screen. So thankful to all of them.
Your films are also very commercially successful, yet for all, we see a pattern that you don't make typically commercial films. Be it Jigarthanda, you know the entire concept, it was something like, if I remember the fake movies that are being made, that there was this movie Three Amigos also with Steve Martin. People thought that they are actual film stars. If you see Mercury, silent thriller, even Pizza is not a normal commercial film. From where do you get this confidence that I can bring these unique subjects and turn them into commercial cinema, and how much difficult it is to convince producers, at least initially how difficult it was?
Yeah, because I'm not like always a very big fan of like a completely like a commercial masala kind of a film, but I always got inspired from filmmakers like say Mani Ratnam sir. Like he has made extraordinary big budget commercial films, but the films with superb writing, very intense staging, and excellent performances. So I always wanted to do films like that, and I always wanted to have that the mainstream films, but still you need to have a good script. It needs to be written well. That's what I believe, and I do that. So I think many filmmakers are doing that. Not only me, many filmmakers are doing that. So I'm happy to be in that zone.
In the last 10 to 15 years, according to me, Petta is Rajinikanth's best movie. Now, obviously, it was a lifelong childhood dream of yours, I think so, to finally work with Talaivar. How did you manage to control that fanboy in you when you were making the movie? And what are the expectations? Because every time Rajinikanth comes, expectation, fans' expectation, distributor expectation, his own expectation. How do you manage all this and still give him a character, It was so different. Vijay Sethupathi was prominent. Nawazuddin Siddiqui was prominent. How did you pull it all off?
Yeah, because when I told the script to Talaivar, so he was excited only for the script, and then the end sort of twist that and his character.
Amazing twist.
Yeah, and then his character as such, it was something new, like the character shades, because I never wanted him to show him like completely like a very good person sort of a thing. He's kind of a grey shade character. So that because I think he's the best villain we have known for ages.
People
So,
forget that.
yeah, and then he doing a grey shade character. I know that he would enjoy it. So he enjoyed that, and during shooting it was more of like more of the time it will be like I'll just sit in front of the monitor and then just enjoy that moment of watching him perform that scene. More than a director, I was more of a fan at that time.
Jigarthanda Double X, I saw a new side to you. You are a great fan of spaghetti westerns, looks like.
Yeah.
I think so. Sergio Leone must have been a big influence. Sergio Solima must have been a big influence. The Dollar Trilogy or The Great Silence brings. There was a time we had Sholay, we had Mera Gaon Mera Desh. I remember the Bollywood movies. Even in Tamil, these typical Desi cowboy films that has stopped. Okay, do you want to see a resurgence of that? These dacoit movies, curry western, which we call. You want to see a resurgence of that?
That's what I wanted with Double X. I tried that because I call that film as Pandya Western. Pandya is like they say like region of Madurai. It's called Pandyan territory. So we call it as Pandya Western because like spaghetti Western is more of like an Italian based thing. So I wanted to make something a Western that is based in and around Madurai. So that's what I wanted to have like a Pandya Western, and I tried that, and I think people of Madurai, like in Tamil Nadu, they have a huge craze for this kind of Western film.
Wow.
Even at that time, that's what the story of Jigarthanda also says. Like the protagonist of the film is so much he loves Clint Eastwood films, and then he keeps watching those films and all that. So that's all more kind of a real thing because in Madurai there has been a theatre which have been continuously screening only this kind of Western films, and they used to have like a lot of houseful shows even after like 100 days or something. We used to come and watch just for the excitement of
good, bad, and
Western,
ugly and all.
So I think that thing is there. I mean, it is. I think people even now, if you make a really good Western film, it will be a big thing.
Any Desi Western movies which you have been a fan of?
Yeah, I mean, Sholay obviously is it's like a benchmark film. Like you keep it as a bible for a lot of things. And there is also a lot of Tamil films, which is like a Desi Western. There is a great actor called Jai Shankar.
Yes.
There. So he does a lot of this cowboy films. It's all like very, very good. So I like all of this.
Okay, there was a time, when you had T. Ramarao sir, obviously Mani Ratnam, Kamal Hassan sir, they used to come to the Hindi film industry and they used to make these big movies with big actors. Dil Se, there has been, Hey Ram, there has been, T. Ramarao has made movies with Amitabh Bachchan, with Jitendra. Now we see South filmmakers making pan-India films. They're making their own films and it is going pan-India. We had not seen this since a long time. Recently it happened now, I think after 2 decades, was when Attlee made Jawan with Shah Rukh Khan. Why do you think so this has stopped? And would you yourself want to make an out-and-out Hindi film like Attlee has done with one of our actors?
I don't think, because for any filmmaker, it's more of like what they wanted to do. Like say if my script or my story, the story is happening in Tamil Nadu, like I can't put a Hindi like a Bollywood actor in that and do it. But if you have a script that can hold a great actor like Shah Rukh Khan, I think it's him. So Attlee has did a great job with Jawan, and that has become a rage in entire India. So I think it's up to the filmmaker. Yeah, I mean, even I wanted to. I've been thinking of a script for doing it completely like a Hindi film, but it is not written fully. So I am just waiting for time.
Script for a Hindi film you have been thinking? Yeah. Wow. Any actor in mind?
No, I'm just writing this.
Okay. But anybody you would love to work with from the Hindi film industry?
There's a lot of great actors. So whoever likes my script, I'm ready.
Okay. And finally, I would like to know is you have seen the length, the breadth. Nowadays, there's like a competition among the audience. We used to not see that in 90s, 2000s. They used to go watch a film. If it's good, they enjoy it. Now they're saying South films are better. Some are saying Hindi films are better. Do you think so? Pan-India cinema somewhere, and while bringing the industry closer, it has divided the audience a bit?
I don't think it has divided the audience. Now people are ready to watch. Say people from North are eagerly looking for films from South, and the people from South we have been always eagerly looking for films from North. So I think that demarcation is slowly going away, which is a good thing. So it all becomes like one industry, like an Indian film industry, which is very good.
Okay, thank you so much, Karthik. It was such a pleasure talking to you. Loved this interview.
Thank you so much.